Hi, Kathy here from Kathy's Cute Creations. It is week 4, day 4, fourth block of the winter flurries. There it is. So the fabric we're going to use today is ACFIJLN. And it's going to be assembling half square triangles, a block and a block, which we did, more flying geese. So we've already done all that, so it's going to be pretty simple. It just looks like it's a lot to do based on the picture there. And 2 pages of instructions instead of 1. So let's get started. So the very first thing we're going to do, you're going to take your F, you're going to fold it in half because we're trying to get the middle, remember? This will all come back to you because we've only been doing it for a few days now, so it's just a repeat of everything we've done. This is making that square and a square. Take your triangle, you fold it in half to get the halfway mark, and put the right sides together. Go ahead and pin it on the top. I'm going to put one over here on the bottom also. Now you got to sew both. Now go ahead and open these both up and iron them. Mark your center seam again. Line it up. Go ahead and pin it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead when I sew, and I'm going to start off the edge here. I'm going to mark both sides. I'm going to pin both sides. I've already marked it. This is what we did before, so this is nothing new to you. Just refreshing your memory. Everything that we've been doing all along those first 3 days, it's like reiterating it for this 4th day. And then I'm going to go ahead and start down here. Instead of up here where the fabric's at, I'm going to start down there at the edge. Go ahead and iron this open. Now see, that's the square and the square again. And now we're going to trim this block 6.5 by 6.5. You remember how we did that. So I just got through showing how to cut 2 of these, and my camera was not on. I was showing you how to square them up. So let me just show you. on my ruler, and I'm going to just pretend this is bigger. The first thing you do when you're squaring up is you're looking for the 1/4 inch on the ruler, which is the edge here. You go right above where the line is on the 1/4 inch, above your seams that have met, which is what I did on my ruler. And then you do 2 sides. You do the right side and the left side. You pick up your ruler, turn your fabric, and then you'll have your little tails on each end there. And then put it back down. And then what you're looking to do, don't bother looking at this side. Look at these 2 sides now. So get your 6.5 mark down along the edge of the fabric. Normally, well, this set of rulers has little, everywhere there's a corner that meets, it has 2 little black lines so that you can actually butt that up against your corner. Then you look for your 6.5 at the bottom. So now this is 6.5 and this is 6.5. And then you make sure that the 1/4 inch is past your seam that met here, because you want to make sure you got a 1/4 inch to sew. And then you take your rotary cutter and go up the right hand side and the top. If you can't do the top, just turn it again. But that's the gist of it. If my camera hadn't been off. The next thing that it wants us to do is it wants us to take the N and the C. We're going to mark them. We're going to pin them together just like this. Now keep in mind we're sewing on the green lines, not the dotted line in the middle. That's our cutting line. And we're going to make 2 of these. Now before I cut this apart, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fold it over and measure it to see what size it is. It says it has to be 3.5 by 3.5, so let's check that. So you're saying, wait, how do I check it without cutting it? This is what you do. Here it is, like that. I folded it open just as if it was the triangle. I took my Lordy. I took my ruler. Here's the 3.5 inches right here. I laid it down. It's a little bit more than 3.5, so I will have to square it. So that tells me, yes, that is 3.5 because it's a little bit bigger. Now I'm going to go ahead and take it and cut them apart. I'm using this 4-inch little ruler to mark this. And what I do is I go on this 45-degree line right here. I put it in the middle of it. And my 3.5 is up here. So I go down here and I'm going to trim off when I look at it, a very little bit. And it only needs to be trimmed, the edge over here. Oh, I need to re-iron that because it's too bumpy. Okay, so take my 4.5. I hope this is good enough. My 4-inch ruler. And it only needs to be trimmed a little bit. So I am taking off the bare necessities here. I don't like that this ruler moves on me here. So I have to have a real tight grip on it. All right, so that's 2 ends. Let's see here. Here's my halfway mark and my 3. Okay. All right, so there's my 3.5. That's it. It's squared. Then I have to do this one. So do both of those up. We're going to move on to the next, which is the flying geese, which is what you did in the last one. And it's the exact same way. Okay, so I've got them all marked. That's what you need to do the flying geese. And then I'll get all those done. That's what you'll have. And then you'll have all of these little half square triangles that we're adding to our pile. All right, let's go on with the next one. 4 says to take an L and put it on the left of the flying geese and an L on the right of the flying geese, with the flying geese going downward. So we're going to sew those together. That's the first one we're going to do. And we're making 4 of those. Okay, so I've got both ends pinned together. So now we're just going to sew them. Now that's going to look like that, and you want to make 4 of them. Let me go ahead and iron this. There's all 4 of those. Now we're going to start the next one. So the next one is an L. I pinned it, and I'll show it. Let me move this off the thing here. Hold on a second. So you're going to have a flying geese. It's going upward. You're going to have an L, and then you're putting the N and the C on the right-hand side. We're going to make 4 of them. I went ahead and I pinned both sides already, so let's sew that. This one looks like, and be sure that you nestle your seam on this corner here so that meets correctly, and then do all of them. And here's the other ones. I went ahead and did all of them, so that's what the 4 of them look like. And now let me set these aside. Now this is going to be tricky because you have all these intersections right smack dab in the middle of this. The flying geese are meeting the other square in a square, which is just like a flying geese too, because of the thickness of the fabric. So do the best you can. Hopefully you won't cut your points off. I'll have to just hope for the best. Let's see if I can get it. Take a look at it. Oh, I guess I could have. I guess I can go a little bit closer on that end. All right, hold on one second. Let's see if I can get over closer. Just a little bit. Take a look at that. All right, let's Let's see if you can look at it. And it's always better to be further away than up close. So it doesn't look too bad. But if you're further away, you can always move a little closer. If you're Let's see here. Down. Looks like it might make it. Need a little help getting over that bump though. Whew. Let's take a look at this one. I'm going to go ahead and go over it again. Now this is what you should have so far by the time you're finished. That's what it looks like. And go ahead and finish the other ones up, and then I will show them all to you. I'll be right back. There they are, all 4 of the units made for this week. And I hope you liked the video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe, click the little bell, and I will see you next time for day 5, week 5, putting it together.